This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Very chilly day today out there across the region. Temperatures barely got to 40 in many locations. Some didn't even make it there, and temps going to cool down through the nighttime hours. We're heading for a hard freeze tonight. Still not out of the question and not unlikely for this time of year, but given where we have been, that hard freeze may come as a shock to some folks. We won't get down to that record low of 7, but we'll be in the vicinity of maybe the upper teens in some locations. 1/100th of an inch of moisture yesterday. We've had a little bit more today. Unfortunately, not much. Yesterday, still above normal at 64. That was early in the day. And we're going to be some 20 degrees below normal for a high today, and added a little bit more of precip. Not going to see much chances of precip till Wednesday into Thursday and possibly even Friday of next week. So we're going to end up in a pattern maybe conducive to some afternoon thunderstorms. Wind's not going to be too bad. Maybe Monday a little breezy. Let's take a look at that severe weather threat after some of the awful weather in eastern Nebraska last night. We're quiet. And we're going to stay quiet here across the high plains through Easter weekend in terms of severe weather threats. Right now, temperatures 40s. There's a 50 on the board at North Platte, 30s in eastern Wyoming, even a 29 in Cheyenne. Winds are out of the north, 10 to 15 in some areas, gusts over 20. That's enough to drop those wind chills into the 20s and 30s out there. Getting out the door tomorrow, it's going to be cold. No two ways to slice it in the morning. Temperatures near 30 by 8 o'clock, maybe by lunchtime, closing in on the 50s. Lots of clouds out there tonight. Going to clear off. How quickly it clears off, that's going to be dependent upon how cold it gets. So we're going to have to keep a close eye on that. We expect skies to clear, maybe an increase into some clouds tomorrow afternoon. Any rain shower activity should be to the east of us for Saturday and Eastern Sunday. And we're going to stay mainly dry here across the region going into next week. Overnight lows tonight, a few upper teens, most of us in the low 20s. Highs tomorrow in the 50s, maybe near 60 in a few locations. And we don't see a bunch more coming in the way of precip as everything's going to be off to the east of us. Cloudy early, then clearing tonight. A hard freeze is expected. 22 is what we're going to settle on for a low. May go a touch colder than that in some areas. 55 tomorrow, not quite as cold. Your Easter forecast looks pretty good. Temperatures in the 30s in the morning. Will be in the 50s by midday, topping out in the 60s, I think, in the afternoon, and evening will be down into the 50s again. Again, Easter comes on Sunday. We'll call it 66 for a high, maybe poking up Monday briefly near 70. We'll go back into the upper 60s for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week with at least some chances of some late-day showers and thunderstorms.